Okay, we're going to try, take a test drive here. We'll see how it goes. Don't know if it'll run. Don't know what it'll do. But we will see. Still not idling very good.
I kind of made a little change of plans with the little bike now. I decided to, I still haven't gotten the cables in that I've been waiting for, and I've just been kind of on hold. So I decided to go ahead and use the old throttle cable to try to set that up so I can take a test drive. The throttle was sticking. I did end up changing the throttle return spring. That helped a little bit. It still doesn't function real well. A lot of that, I think, is that old cable is just kind of sticky and kind of crappy. But I got it to work good enough to where I could take a drive. Don't really have any brakes on it except for the rear brake, the rear foot brake. But I was just putzing around inside my little community here, so I didn't think that would be a real big problem. After taking it, and I've got a little video of it here, it's okay. It was really rough running when I first started. As it warmed up and got some gas run through there, it started to run a little better. I'm sure the carburetor is gunked up. I probably will end up taking that off and cleaning it, but I'm going to drive it a little bit and see how it works. But this test run today convinced me that it is a functioning motorcycle. So now I can start to make it look a little better. I need to replace the both front and rear shocks are just in bad shape, and some other little this and that on it to get it so it looks a little better and runs a little better. So you can look at the test drive. It's nothing spectacular, but I ran around the park a little bit, and by the time I was done, it was holding an idle and running a little better, and I think it will eventually be a functioning motorcycle. Thanks.
Kind of.
turns out I had left the choke on, and I did have to leave the choke on, interestingly enough, to get it started again. Then I pulled the choke off and it ran better. I also noticed once it really got warmed up that it ran a lot better at idle. I still think the idle jet's probably plugged. I'll probably need to take that carburetor apart and redo it. I only got it up to about 30 miles an hour here. I didn't have much of a run to do it, and I didn't want to push it too hard. It seemed to go okay. It doesn't have a lot of power, and everything's not quite in perfect tune yet, but it was okay.
Here.
It's really running pretty well here. As you can see, when I have to stop, it does hold an idle a lot better now that I've gotten it warmed up, and I'm able to stop and keep it running pretty well. It's running okay. It's a little off. I can tell that it needs a little bit of tune-up stuff, I think. So I'll probably go in when I get a chance, do points, put a new plug on, check the timing, and I will have to, I think, clean out that carburetor. But I'm going to run it for a little while first and see how it goes. But it drives along okay. The front and back shocks are both completely shot. They'll need to be replaced. I do have new tires for it. I'll get put on when I get a chance. And then and I'll get obviously the brakes set up so they're working, and then it'll be drivable. I'm just cruising around the park here, trying to get a chance to get it warmed up to see how it feels like. It's doing okay. It's kind of fun to ride. It's a little smaller than I'm used to, but I think it's going to drive okay once it gets the new shocks on, get the brakes and stuff set up, and do a little bit of tune-up work. I think it'll be kind of fun to ride. I'm getting up here, getting back to the house. I'm going to stop and say hi to the neighbor, and then I cruised around a little more. I did check the both high and low gears, all 4 gears in both the high and low range work, so I think everything's pretty good. Clutch works good.
Okay, well, it's idling a lot better now. I drove it around a little more after the first test drive. I'm going to try to adjust the idle and adjust the air mixture. That hasn't seemed to have much effect on it, but it wasn't idling very good, so I'm going to try. So here's the idle screw. See, I turn that down, it slows down. Turn it up, it goes faster. Try to set that up. I still think maybe one of the little jets is clogged in there or something, because it isn't consistent at an idle. And I don't have the throttle cable adjusted right, because I don't have the new throttle cable. See there, the idle speed just picked up a little bit. So I don't know if that's just because the throttle cable's got some slop in it. Or what. I want it to idle fairly quickly, so when I put it in gear, it shouldn't grind. And as you can see, I can stop the wheel. Got that automatic clutch, so it moves a little bit when it does that, but that's not too bad. This is the air mixture screw, but it just doesn't seem to. And now you can see my idle took off on me. So I kind of suspect that's because that throttle linkage is kind of bad, but it's idling a little too fast. Yeah, that's better. The only problem is sometimes it idles a little too slow, so it's not consistent. I suspect there's just some crud in there. I'm not seeing much difference when I adjust that air mixture screw. So, again, I don't know if it's maybe getting air somewhere. Yeah, and there it died. I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think it's probably a little bit dirty in that carb, but it runs a lot better than it did when I first started it. So you can hear it's got a little backfire when you get off of it, but it will hold an idle for the most part now while you're driving it, which makes it work okay. I don't see any oil leaks, and I've driven it for probably 20 to 25 minutes today, maybe even a half an hour. I don't see any oil leaks. It's running good. Occasionally I'll hear kind of a funny pinging sound out of this thing, but I haven't really identified that yet. And like I say, it backfires a little bit when you get on it and get off of it. And there could be a little backfire when you first get on it too. Some of that maybe that throttle linkage, some that maybe a little dirt in the carburetor. But you can see I put it in gear, and it's okay. And it'll go right through the gears with no problem. I did try out the high and low also. But this is running pretty decent. If it runs like this, certainly drivable, and I suspect it'll get better. If it continues to have trouble at idle, I'll probably end up taking the carburetor off and cleaning it up and seeing if that helps.